Game 2 tipped off with Minnesota asserting themselves early. Jalen Brunson set up shop down low, but it was Mike Conley who drilled the first triple, silencing the crowd. Every time Jimmy Butler touched the ball, the boos echoed, but he stayed focused, knocking down a straight-line three to get himself going. Anthony Edwards showed his awareness, forcing a turnover and quickly pushing the pace, threading a beautiful assist to McDaniels instead of going for the flashy dunk. Moments like that spoke to his growth. On the other end, Julius Randle bullied his way into the paint and earned an and one, refusing to back down. Minnesota's ball movement and spacing improved dramatically from Game 1. Naz Reid was a big spark off the bench, hitting a clean three and battling on the glass. Dante DiVincenzo, showing relentless hustle, grabbed multiple offensive rebounds to keep Golden State in the fight. Midway through the first, Najee Marshall and Alexander Walker brought energy off the Wolves bench. Walker picked off a lazy pass and went coast to coast for the lay-in. Edwards kept attacking, blowing by Buddy Hield for a thunderous finish. Draymond Green, hearing it from the crowd, calmly stepped into a three and buried it. Without Steph Curry on the floor, the margin for error was slim, and Coach Kerr emphasized better discipline guarding the perimeter in his interview. Golden State began clawing back in the second quarter. Randle found his rhythm, hitting a triple and scoring in the post. Young forward Trace Jackson-Davis caught an alley-oop, then raced the length of the floor for a transition layup. The rookie was making a real impact, but Minnesota kept punching back. McDaniels continued to impress, blocking shots, stealing passes, and finishing tough floaters. He even swatted a Moody three and raced down the floor for a powerful dunk. Jimmy Butler went to work against Rudy Gobert, drawing contact and converting the and one. Kuminga responded with a baseline drive and a poster dunk over Gobert that brought the Warriors bench to their feet. In the third quarter, the Timberwolves locked in. Alexander Walker found Buddy Hield in the corner, who drained the triple.
First half of Game 1, but you got to pick what you're willing to live with.
Here's Mike Conley from three. Conley, that is true. The other end. Podziemski pushes it. Here's Kuminga exploding to the basket for a...
Kuminga tried to spark a run with a three, but McDaniels slammed the door shut again with another transition bucket and a beautiful spinning finish. As the Wolves built a commanding lead, Steve Kerr called timeout. It felt like the game was slipping away, and Minnesota wasn't letting up. Alexander Walker and Naz Reid kept the offense flowing, while Edwards dazzled with a behind-the-back drive and soft finish at the rim. Golden State tried to mount one last push, but Minnesota's energy didn't fade. Alexander Walker drained another three, and Shannon sealed the game with a breakaway score. The Timberwolves answered the call, bouncing back from Game 1 and dominating Game 2 to even the series.